औज़ु बिल्लाहि मिनश शैतानिर रजीम बिस्मिल्लाहिर रहमानिर रहीम अल्हम्दुलिल्लाहि रब्बिल आलमीन अस्सलातु वस्सलामु अला सय्यिदिल अंबिया'i वल मुरसलीन अम्मा बाद Hikmat Islamia. I think this is my fourth topic. Okay. So the title here is Ism, Zaat and Sifat. Ism means name, Zaat is the self, and Sifat is attribute. Its plural is Sifat, which which are attributes. So what is Zaat? Let me do the reading. This is from page number 3 in Hikmat Islamia. Zaat मर्ज सिफत को कहते हैं, यानी मौसूफ और मुतसिफ को ज़ात कहते हैं. So another definition of Zaat is the thing that possesses the attributes. Okay, what is Zaat? Zaat is the self which possesses attributes. So self actually is the thing that possesses attributes. It's a cyclic definition. That's how the basic things are defined, right? So Zaat is मर्ज सिफत को कहते हैं, यानी मौसूफ और मुतसिफ को ज़ात कहते हैं. सिफत वो गैर मुस्तकिल शय जो मुस्तकिल शय से मुताल्लिक़ हो. So what are sifat? Sifats are attributes that are possessed by self. Okay, so and what is the other thing about sifat? They are ghair mustaqil. Ghair mustaqil means they don't have permanence. Okay, but they are connected to the Zaat. So and what is ism? Ism Zaat व सिफत के मजमूए को कहते हैं. Ism is the name. Name is the combination of self and the attributes. So what are the examples of this? Okay, Allah is the name of the Zaat-e-Haq. So the absolute truth, okay, the fundamental truth, that is Allah Azza wa Jal. So Allah is the name, okay, so of the Zaat-e-Haq. And other examples are Rahman, Rahim. Okay, Rahman and Rahim are also attributive name. Rahman is the name of the Zaat that possesses Rahmaniyat, and Rahim is the name of the Zaat that possesses Rahimiyat. So what is Rahmaniyat? Rahmaniyat is the general mercy of Allah Azza wa Jal. Rahimiyat is the particular mercy of Allah Azza wa Jal. You can find more details of that in Bahr al-Ulum's Tafsir Siddiqui. So those are examples of attributive names, Zaat and self. So now let's continue on with Sifat, okay, the attributes. So attributes are of two types: Sifat-e-inzimami and Sifat-e-intizai. Okay, what is Sifat-e-inzimami? In English I would call it contiguous attributes. Okay, contiguous attributes. And Sifat-e-intizai I would call that inferred attributes. Okay, so let's look at the definition of these two. सिफ़त-ए-इंज़िमामी वो सिफ़त वो गैर मुस्तकिल शय जो मुस्तकिल शय से वाबस्ता होती है, वाबस्ता और उससे क़ायम होकर मौजूद हो. So सिफ़त-ए-इंज़िमामी is a गैर मुस्तकिल, well, all attributes are गैर मुस्तकिल. Okay, they don't have permanence. Attributes are things that are possessed by the self. It's the self that has permanence, not the attributes. Okay, so गैर मुस्तकिल शय जो मुस्तकिल शय से वाबस्ता होती है, it's associated with the permanent thing, so with the Zaat. So सिफ़त-ए-इंज़िमामी वो गैर मुस्तकिल शय जो एक मुस्तकिल शय से वाबस्ता और उससे क़ायम होकर मौजूद हो, ख़ुद अलहदा मौजूद ना हो सके, मगर सिफ़त-ए-इंज़िमामी के लिए ख़ारिज में मुस्तकिल ना सही एक कमज़ोर सा वजूद ज़रूर माना जाता है. So this contiguous attributes, let me explain that in a second. Let's use an example for that. The example that's given here is Safed Diwar, okay, a white wall. Okay, so this is an example of a white wall. So it's a wall whose attribute is whiteness. Okay, so what is whiteness in this wall? It's not something that has a permanent existence. By meaning of like what we mean by white wall is not the white paint on the wall, but the concept of a white wall. Okay, so don't think about the paint or the chunna on this wall. Okay, it's a white wall. Think of this as just a white wall. Okay, so the whiteness of this wall, right, it cannot exist outside the wall. I cannot just pull the whiteness out of this wall. I can pull the paint off, but that's not what is implied here. So I cannot actually pull the whiteness out of this wall. Okay, so this whiteness is associated with the wall. So this whiteness is considered to have a weak existence, okay, a weak external existence. So that is a contiguous attribute. The whiteness of the white wall is an example of that. Okay, similarly, if you have a black pen in your hand, the blackness of the pen is an example of a contiguous attribute. Okay, so that's the first type of attribute. Second one is सिफत इंतज़ाई, वो सिफत जो खारिज में ख़ुद तो मौजूद नहीं मगर खारिज में उसका एक मौसूफ़ या मंशा इस तरह वाक़ होता है कि उससे सिफत इंतज़ाई समझी जाती है, इंतज़ा की जाती है, जैसे ऊपर नीचे. Okay, so these are inferred attributes. So let's say if you look at a person who is standing, okay, that's a standing man or a standing woman, right? So the attribute of that standing man, which is the standing posture, right? So that is inferred from the person. Okay, there is no such thing as a standing by itself, right? It doesn't have any permanence. Okay, so the person is standing is inferred from the person, and that too is a relative inference, right? So compared to a sitting person, you actually have a standing person. So compared to a person who is standing, you have the sitting person. Similar is the case with the top and bottom, right? So all these are relative inferences. The distinctions are relative. Okay, so these are, and so the two things here. One, all these attributes are relative to each other, and then the second thing is they're all, in other words, there's no such thing as standing in itself. There's no such thing as sitting in itself. All these are relative to each other. Similarly, there is no absolute thing called top and absolute thing called bottom. The top is relative to the bottom and the bottom is relative to the top, right? So all these are relative things. So such attributes are called inferred attributes. So they're not like the white wall or the whiteness of the white wall, okay? But these are all inferred attributes. So Allah Azza wa Jal, what is the significance of this? Allah Azza wa Jal's all of his attributes are inferred attributes. Okay, he doesn't have any contiguous attributes. The best way to understand Allah's attributes is to remember this one line. His attributes are la ain wa la ghair. Okay, so in other words, his attributes do not constitute him. He is not made up of his attributes. Okay, his attributes are all inferred attributes. Okay, so la ain means then he is not made up of his attributes. They are la ain. Okay, they don't constitute him, and they are also la ghair. They are not disconnected with him. Okay, you can't just say take his samat, right, and say that's like a Ganapati with long ears, right? That is not him, right? So you cannot disassociate the attributes from him. Okay, so his attributes are la ain and his attributes are la ghair. Okay, they are not disconnected with him either. So so how are his attributes? The two types that we discussed, contiguous and inferred attributes. So his attributes are inferred, intizai. Okay, they're all inferred from his Zaat. Okay, they don't have a permanent existence outside him, absolutely not. And they are not, they don't make him up either, ma'azallah. Okay, that is also not true. Right? So his attributes are inferred attributes. Very important lesson.